Hi, thanks so much for joining me. I'm Charlotte. We're here for our pre and postnatal Pilates session. 15 minutes. We're going to work on this for the next week and a half, and then we'll get going on a different one. You're going to just start standing on your mat, and I want you to take one hand to your chest near the collarbone, one hand onto your belly, and just take a couple breaths here. Just allow yourself to get settled into your body, noticing how you're feeling today. Let that breath come in through the nose or the mouth and filling up the chest or the stomach, either way. One more of your natural breaths, and then you're going to take an inhale in through the nose and bring it into the rib cage. Try to let this area start to expand, and then exhale. Feel the rib cage drop, but also feel your stomach drop. Inhale, bring that breath back in, like you're puffing up a balloon to come through the ribs, and then exhale. That imagination of kind of hugging around the front of the stomach. And then from here, I'm going to have you keep the feet hip width apart. Bend your knees just slightly. Take your arms straight out in front of you. Nod your chin towards your chest. And then you're going to start to roll down like you're rolling off of a wall. Bone by bone, I want you to get to the bottom into your deepest expression of this roll down today. And then from here, you're going to just let your head be nice and heavy. I want you to straighten through your legs and then bend through your knees. Get a little reset here through the hamstrings. And then bend one knee and let the hips shift to that side. Bend the opposite knee, straighten that other leg. Let the hips shift. You can let the upper body rotate as well. From here, come back to the center, evenly weighting through both legs. Cross your arms, hand to the opposite elbow. See if that helps you to get a little heavier with the upper body. And then from here, unlatch the hands. Keep your head nice and heavy, looking towards your thighs as you start to roll the spine all the way back up, letting the head come up as the last piece. Good. From here, take your right arm up to your right ear. Your palm's going to be facing the opposite direction. Slide that left arm down your thigh. Now your palm's going to be facing the floor. You're coming over as far as you can. Keep that right foot nice and anchored. And then again, reaching that arm, keep it close to the ear, and then slide back up. You'll switch opposite arm, left arm to the ear, slide that right hand down. Good. Noticing here that you may have a little bit different range of movement. See, could you reach your fingertips a little further? Get that big side body stretch on the left side. We'll go for one more on both sides. Back over to the right. And return. And then up and over towards the left side. Hopefully you're getting a little deeper stretch on that second round. And then go ahead and stand back up nice and tall. You're going to walk your feet all the way together. Really zip your legs. And then from here, think about allowing your outer thighs to rotate slightly as you open your toes into that Pilates stance, that V position. That should help you to start to gather some engagement there through the low body. And then take your arms slightly in front of your thighs. We're going to do a standing version of the Pilates 100 today. So you're going to take that 5 breaths in, inhale, 5 breaths out, exhale. It can be or it can be one continuous breath, but you'll start to pump the arms by your side. You're going to inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 10. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Just being cognizant that you're getting that connection with the low body. Your head's nice and controlled, not moving around. Standing tall from the top of the head to the bottom of the feet. Let's go for 2 more rounds. You're going to breathe in, out, out, out. Last round here. And then from there, you're going to do a standing roll down. Same position with your legs, heels together, toes apart, arms straight out in front of the shoulders. From here, imagine that there's a big barrel in front of you. You're going to start to drop the chin to the chest, roll forward. This time, instead of letting yourself get slack at the bottom, you're going to keep reaching with the arms like you could possibly get to the toes, but without dropping the chest to the thighs. Get to your biggest range of movement here without collapsing down towards your legs, and then roll the spine back up. We're going to do 3 more. Take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, round forward. And then inhale, come back up to the top. And then exhale back down. And then back up. And then go ahead and take a seat on your mat. You're going to be sitting up nice and tall with your spine. Walk your feet out nice and wide, and you're going to anchor your heels and flex your feet back. And then from here, we're going to do that same movement we just did in our roll up standing, but in a seated position. So think about nodding the chin to the chest and reaching forward with your upper body as you curve your spine back. And then from there, sit back up. We're going to add the breath. Take an inhale to prepare. Exhale. Think about bringing your belly button away from your thighs and then come back up. One more here in that spine stretch forward. And then inhale back up nice and tall. Good. Take any movement you need to reset here. And legs are straight, flexing with the feet. Arms are out to a T position from here, palms facing the floor. You're going to just start to rotate here from side to side. You're just getting that range that feels comfortable to you, not a huge rotation here. Just that little twist through the spine. Inhale through the center and exhale to twist, twist, and twist, twist. The next time you twist over to the left, if you want to reach your right hand down to the right foot, you can. Look over towards that left arm and then switch, go to that other side. Good, do one more set here. That twist and reach. And then from there, draw your knees together, bring your feet flat. You're going to come onto your forearms, almost kind of like a reverse plank here. Elbows down, chest is nice and proud. You're standing tall in your elbows instead of thinking about kind of slouching down. And then from here, you're going to keep that open, proud chest. Imagine you're kind of pulling your chin down, but also pulling your nose towards the back of your skull. And you're going to hold this nice lifted position. You're off of your tailbone, kind of more onto the sacrum. You're going to bring one leg up into a march and then put it back down and then switch. Good. Side to side. Just really allowing yourself to stay nice and stable through the pelvis. Inhale to bring the leg up. Exhale to control and place that leg back down. Really thoughtfully. Do one more on both sides. And then from here, you're going to lift your toes on one foot, slide your heel out, draw the heel back in. You'll switch and go to the other side. Inhale to straighten the leg. Exhale to pull. Going from side to side. Check back in on your shoulders. Make sure they didn't get slouched up towards the ears. Inhale to reach. Exhale to pull. Finish this last set here. Good. And then from here, you're going to heavy into your left forearm just a little bit more. You're going to slide your right arm towards your hip and then pull it back underneath you. Switch and shift that weight a little more over to the right, sliding the left arm. You should feel the core turn on. If this feels like too much, go back to that exercise we just did. We're going to do 3 full sets. This is the start of our second. Inhale to take it forward. Exhale to pull it back. Perfect. Back up onto both elbows. Get nice and open and proud. From here, straighten your right leg out. You're going to inhale to lift it up. Exhale to lower it down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Go for 3, 2. Last one. Bend that right leg. Place that leg back down. Inhale to lift and lower that left leg here for 5. 2 more. Last one, plant that foot back down. This is where if you want to stay in a little bit of an elevated position when you're on your back, go ahead and grab a couple blankets, towels, something to bolster you up. You're going to lay on your back. If you're 20 weeks or earlier, you should be fine to lay down. We won't be here very long. I want you to straighten your left leg out, bring your right leg all the way up towards the ceiling. You're going to rotate out slightly. So think of that Pilates V position. Arms are down by your side. You're nice and anchored. And then from there, you're going to circle your right leg over towards that left leg, down, out, and around. We don't need it to be big. Keeping the hips nice and stable. Inhale down. Exhale, circle out and around. Go for 3 more. We'll do 5 in both directions. Last one here. We're going to reverse. Take that right leg out to the side, up and around. Good. 4 more. Noticing that in this opposite direction, you may have a different range. Think about reaching up towards the ceiling through the toes, lots of energy. Go ahead and bring that right leg back down, straighten it out, bring that left knee in, straighten that leg up, rotate from the thigh bone, and then we come in towards the center. Exhale, down, out, and around. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Lowering, thinking about scooping through the abdominals as you exhale to come up and around. And then we're going to reverse. Take that left leg out to the side, in towards the midline, and then 4 more. Last one here. And then go ahead and bring both knees in towards your chest. Kind of shift the hips here from side to side. Give yourself a moment to release any tension you're feeling through the spine. And then from there, I'm going to have you plant your feet down, nice and heavy with the toes and the heels, arms down by your side. You're going to find a pelvic tilt. So bring your hip bones, rock them towards your ribs. You'll feel your mid back flatten. And then from there, continue peeling up your spine, coming up into that lifted position with the hips, and then roll back down through the spine. So you'll feel some energy with the glutes and the hamstrings, but I want you to use this as more of a sense of massage, trying to release some tension here through the low back. Inhale, you'll come up. Find that bridge at the top. Exhale, you're going to come all the way back down. Go for 2 more, noticing if there's one hip that maybe wants to come higher than the other. Come up into your bridge. Let's hold at the top. Good. From here, you're going to keep your hips lifted and even, maybe walking your feet a little closer in so you feel super stable. You're going to inhale, reach your arms up and overhead, and then exhale to lower back down. Just trying to get nice and open through the chest when the arms are back. Go for 1 more here. Arms down by your side, melt the spine all the way back down, releasing the tailbone. Let it get lengthened at the bottom. And again, you can kind of drop the knees here from side to side. Allow yourself to release that tension through the body. You're going to lie on your left side, left hand underneath your head. Bring both legs towards the front corner of the mat at that 45-degree position. Top hand is going to be in front of you on the mat. Soft point with the toe. You're going to lift your leg hip height and then sweep the leg forward and then sweep the leg back slightly behind the hip. Inhale to sweep forward. Exhale to sweep back. 3 more. And then reaching with the toes, get those hips re-even. If it feels like that bottom hip dropped, you're going to lift and lower here for 5. Last one. And then lower back down, sweep that top right leg slightly in front of the body. You're going to draw small circles, not just with the knee or the ankle, with your whole leg leading from the hip. Get to 5 and then reverse. Sweep that leg back. It's getting heavy. We're going to keep going for 5 more with that top leg slightly back behind the hip, but keep that top hip squared forward. Reverse and do 5 in that opposite direction. Good. And then from here, draw your knees in. Go ahead and help yourself up to a seated position. Let's sit crisscross through the center. Let's get another little mermaid stretch here. Left hand down, bend the elbow, come up and over. Good. And then one more on that other side. Left arm up, right arm down, slide over, reaching, anchoring that left hip. From here, you're going to sit back up nice and tall. You're ready to come down onto your right side. Get your head, shoulders, and hips in one line. Right hand underneath the head. Sweep the legs forward at that 45-degree position. Get yourself nice and anchored. Lift that left leg up in line with the hip, slightly externally rotated, and then we'll sweep forward and backwards here for 5. And range is going to be dependent on where you get to the point where it feels like you're going to wobble and roll forward or backwards. I'm not going very far. Good. Reach long through that top leg. You'll lift and lower like you could just click your heels at the bottom each time. Good. Inhale up, exhale down. We've got our circles here. Sweep that leg in front of the body. Circle here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse it for 5, 4, 3, 2. Bring that leg back behind you. 5 circles in both directions from here. And then good. Again, you're going to gently come up. This time, I want you to come onto your hands and knees, get into this quadruped position. Hands are going to be right below your shoulders, knees right below your hips. From there, let's take a curved spine, chin to the chest. Let your rib cage come away from the mat, curving the spine. Come back to that flat position, slight bend in the elbows, and then let your tailbone start to lift, let your ribs start to drop, and then let your gaze start to lift to get some extension here. Think about growing tall out of your arms, get your shoulders away from the ears, find that flat position, and then curve the tailbone back underneath you, bringing it down towards your thighs and your calves, and then flat back through the center. Let your gaze travel forward and up. Good. Let your tailbone start to lift towards the sky. Find a flat back position. Widen your knees here. Send your hips back towards your heels and find that child's pose position. Take one big breath and then restack yourself back up. Give yourself a round of applause for doing something for you today. Try to do this a couple times a week. Of course, check and see how you're feeling. But I'm so excited you're here and I hope that you enjoy it. Let me know if you've got any questions. See y'all next time.